So this apparatus is meant for measuring the deflections of the various types of the beams. If you see in the solid mechanics lab, typically the experiments can be classified into two groups. One group is which actually measures the properties of the material, and the other group of experiments which will verify whatever the theory says basically. Okay. So in the previous one we have seen the buckling of the buckling apparatus, okay, critical columns and so on. So that particular experiment will verify the theory versus the experimental values, okay, but they do not measure any material properties. But however, on the other hand, we have a tensile testing mission, we have a torsion testing mission, we have a hardness testing mission, we have an impact testing mission. All these four, they actually measure the properties of the materials, okay, and rest what we are going to discuss all are they actually verify the theory versus the experimental values, okay, and that gives a strong confidence on the theoretical values. So let us come back to this particular experimental setup, which is actually meant for the measuring the deflections of the beams. Now if you see that the theory of bending, so first for the learning the deflections of the beams, first you start with the theory of bending. First you study the uniform bending, then you will come to the non-uniform bending, then you will study the differential equations of deflection curves, and then from there you come to the deflection curve, and then you will understand the deflections of various types of the beams. Like for example, the most common beams are cantilever, simply supported subjected to the various loads at different locations. Similarly, the cantilever, the loads subject, the cantilever subjected to the different locations of the forces and so on. Okay, so you know very well that by operating the differential equations of the deflections, you can easily find out the deflections. Of course, this is not a one method. You can find out from the Castigliano's theorems. You can find out from the moment area theorem and so on. Various methods are available. Basically, the theory allows you to find out the deflections of the various types of the beam at any point that you can wish. Okay, but the question again remains is that how accurate my theoretical formulas are. Can I use them in the actual practice? To answer this particular question, therefore, you must test your theory with the help of certain experiments, and if the experimental values are coming out to be close to the theoretical values, then you can consider those formulas and you can go for the actual design of the practical engineering components. Okay. So in this particular apparatus, what we do, as you might have guessed, that we have a different arrangements. As you can see, this and this, okay, will actually provide the different types. Using this end and this end, we can create different kinds of beams. For example, if you wish, you can create the cantilever beam, and you can create a simply supported beam, and then you can, of course, here we have not shown here, there are certain weights we can apply over here. So by depending on the location wherever you want, I can hook the weight hanger onto this particular beam here, and once the beam is loaded with the loads, using this micrometer, you can actually, the displacement sensor, you can find out the how much amount of the deflection the beam has undergone. Okay, so by measuring the deflections at various points practically using this experiment, and then go back to your theory, the cross-sectional properties of the beams are available, the end conditions of the beams are available, the loads, the location of the loads at which they are acting are also available to you. Therefore, calculate theoretically the deflections of the beams. Deflections means the vertical movement of the beam. Okay, so those deflections you calculate and compare with the experimental values, and then you can find out easily that the the theory predicts very close to the experimental values, and therefore whatever we have learned in the solid mechanics, they are really very powerful formulas. Okay.
Dear students, welcome to Strength of Material Lab. So today we are going to perform one more experiment that is called deflection of beams and cantilever. In these experiments, we will use 3 different beams made of 3 different materials, namely aluminium, brass and bronze. So all these 3 materials will be fixed as cantilever beam and simply supported beam, and after that we will put load on those beams, then beam will be deflected. How much deflection happens, that we will measure by digital micrometer. Theoretically you can calculate deflection, how much deflection, based on the beam parameters, and practically directly you can take the reading from this digital micrometer once we deflect it by putting load. So calculations are based on these formulas. So these whatever 3 materials we will use, on these 3 materials parameters known to us, like Young's modulus value, Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity known to us, then M applied moment Newton meter, second moment of area, R radius of curvature, and then B width of this section beam, and then depth of the section beam, means width and thickness, and Young's modulus values of these 3 materials are mentioned here clearly. So based on that you can calculate, theoretically you can calculate the deflection, how much deflection, and practically directly you can read the deflection value from this digital micrometer, and you can then calculate the percentage error, how much the percentage error practically you are getting, and theoretically from theoretical how much the percentage error you will get. So those things you can do the calculation. So this is the experimental setup. In this experimental setup, this is the frame and these are the clamps. So this is the fixture, this is for fixing the specimen or beam, this cantilever beam. For fixing in cantilever condition, this is the clamp, and this is the digital micrometer, and this is the scale where we will put this micrometer. This micrometer can be positioned at different point. So this scale total length is 600 millimeter, and this one below this scale where we will put the load. So how to put load and how to fix the beam, I am just showing you. This is the full experimental setup as you have seen, and these are the weights, weight hanger, and each weight, this one, this weight 10 gram, and this hanger also 10 gram. These are the weights. So weights we will put gradually on the beam, and this is the clamp where we will put on the beam, and these are clamps. These 2 clamps we will use for putting the specimen as simply supported beam. Now setup is ready for cantilever condition where we can fix the beam. Let's see how to fix the beam. So fixing beam, any one of these 3 beam we will take. So first we will take aluminium. So this aluminium beam we will put it here. There are slots available. In these slots we will put it. After putting it, we will tight it properly by using the Allen key. We will tight it. By using the Allen key, we will tight it. Once we tight it, then beam will become straight. So that I am going to show you. This is our first experiment, reflection of a cantilever. So as you have seen in this manual, that image, that we will fix the cantilever beam. After that we will put that micrometer, digital micrometer, on that position 200 millimeter length, and weight also we will put at that point. So as per this drawing, experimental setup, so this is the configuration. So this one I have tightened, these two Allen nuts I have tightened. Now beam is fixed, and this is the micrometer, digital micrometer. Everything we have set properly. We have set it 200. This is the middle. This is, we have set 200, and this is the pointer. So once we put load here, then it will start reflecting. So initially it is 0. By switching it on, this will be on. Then we will make this 0 0 by pressing it origin. Then it will be completely 0 0. That means there is no deflection initially. So now we will go for putting the load. So as this is the clamp, this clamp also 10 gram. So we will consider this also. Then we will put this clamp here. This position is 200 millimeter, and this pointer also at that load also we are putting at that 200 millimeter length of the beam. So at 10 gram it is showing almost 0.08 mm deflection. So as though it is showing negative, you just consider it as a positive value, because downward direction it will show negative, and if we will press upward from micrometer it will show positive, but our deflection will be downward direction only. So now we will put some load. Say these are the load we are going to put. So here along this hanger 10 gram, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 means 90 gram. 90 gram plus this one, this hanger 10 gram plus this clamp. So all total will be around 100 gram. 100 gram load we have put. Now deflection is coming around 0.91. So this value we will note down, and theoretically we will calculate how much deflection by using the formula, deflection formula. So now practically we have got these values. So theoretically we will calculate, and after that how much that percentage error in between theoretical and practical we will find out. This way at different locations, different distance, you can put different load, and you will get different readings, and accordingly at 5-6 points you need to find out the deflection, theoretical deflection and practical deflections. And as this beam is cantilever, you should not put weight this side, as there is no support, only one side support. This cantilever beam. So wherever this side support is available, so this side only you need to put load. If you put load here, then beam will get permanent deflection. As this is a small experimental setup, this is for experimental purpose only. So you should not put load extreme point of this beam. You should put load so that fix in only. So this is the experiment. So this way you need to perform different experiments at different locations. Like aluminum beam in cantilever conditions, you need to put this brass and bronze beam also one by one, and you need to carry out the experiments as already explained. So here modulus value will change, so calculations will also change. So deflection will also be different depending on the materials, Young's modulus value, and materials other properties, mechanical properties. This value will, deflection will change. So this way you need to perform the whole experiments in cantilever beam conditions. Now we are going for second experiment, that is called simply supported beam, deflection of a simply supported beam. So this is the manual, experimental manual. So here you have seen that these clamps are fixed and weights are put in the center of this beam. So as per this manual, I have kept ready the setup. So these two clamp I attached, one first clamp I have attached here, another clamp is this one. So these two clamps attached here. So this is the brass. This is the brass material. So brass materials modulus 105 GPa. Now digital micrometer is placed 300 in this scale, 300 millimeter distance at this point. Center of this total scale length is 600 millimeter. So in the middle we have kept it. So this is the center point, and pointer is exactly placed mid center of this beam. So now I will go for putting the load. First I will put this clamp. So this clamp I am going to fix. I am fixing it. After fixing the clamp, I will put load. So in this load hanger there are 5 loads, is 10 gram 50, plus this weight hanger also 10 gram 60, and this clamp also 10 gram 60 plus 70. So 70 gram weight I am going to put here. So 70 gram weight I am putting in simply supported condition. So now deflection is 0.18. Though it is showing negative, you just consider it as a positive reading. So now deflection is 0.18 mm. This way you need to do rest of the beams. Steel, this is steel beam. This beam you need to use, and then aluminum beam also there. Aluminum beam also you need to use. So this way you need to perform the experiments, and you need to increase the load. At different load, deflection will be more. Suppose if you increase the load, deflection will be more. Decrease the load, deflection will be less. So accordingly you can perform the experiments at different load conditions, and also you can change this span length. Span length means this point to this point, that is called span length. So our span length here 400 millimeter. Here I put it 100 mm, this clamp, and this clamp I put it 500 mm. So this way you need to perform the experiments. Also this span length, as I told, you can change it at different span length. You can keep it, as I keep it 400, you can keep it 200 also, 300 also, 500 also you can put it. That way you can perform the experiment for this brass material as well as some rest of the aluminum and steel material. So you will get those values, and whatever values you will get, this is the practical values, readings, and now you will calculate yourself from the beam parameters, beam geometry, and using the deflection formulas. So this you need to conduct the experiments. So now this experiment is over. We will provide you manual and rest of the readings for your calculation. Percentage error calculation also you need to do. So thank you very much.